Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the elders at great millstones for the teachings of the scriptures, and of course, dua to the Most High and, for sending the teachers, of course, and shalom to all the Akyam across the world, the sincere brothers. Now, I'm gonna do this video because this guy, he called himself Izar, which means help, and Most High. He gonna need some help. You know what I'm saying? Soon. Now he's talking about the how you call it, the Hebrew calendar and the Saturday, Friday and Saturday sundown. Now I'm gonna go over a couple of things which I just found out, and I'm gonna just put it out there. Maybe it's not perfect, but if one of the elders sees this and he sees a mistake or whatever, or something that's not finished or whatever, the elder can just tell me to basically take it down or something like that. But anyway, I'm just go up in it. Now this is from Wikipedia, the Hebrew calendar, right? Now check this out. Um, Days of weeks of holidays. Okay. There are additional rules in the Hebrew calendar to prevent certain holidays from. Let me just start here, man. Anyway, month. The Hebrew calendar is a lunisolar calendar, meaning that months are based on lunar months, but years are based on the solar years. If I have it right, yeah. The calendar years features 12 lunar months and 29 or 30 days, with an intercalary lunar month added periodically to synchronize the 12 lunar cycles with the longer years. These extra months are added 7 times every 19 years. See leap months below. The beginning of each Jewish lunar month is based on the appearance of the new month, which is this. This is the new month, and it has every month has like 29.5 days, right? Now, and it says right here, the calendar is based on the lunar month. It's based on the month, meaning that months are based on lunar months. What? Meaning that months are based on, okay, yeah. Now, it talks here about adding how you call it, a new month to, like, basically a 13 month. But if you go here, it says this: leap months. The solar year is about 11 days longer than 12 lunar months. The Bible does not directly mention the addition of embolismic or intercalary months. So the Bible doesn't directly mention it. So basically, Esau's pulling it out of his, but it could be true. But anyway, I'll let the elders go comment on that. But where was I? Sorry. Yeah. Although originally the new lunar crescent had to be observed and certified by witnesses, this is what the elder Gabal was talking about. You had watchmen. The moment of the new moon is now approximately arithmetically, yeah, the mean period of the lunar month, precisely the Sayodic month, is very close to 29 days. Accordingly, The basic Hebrew calendar year is one of 12 lunar months alternating between 29 and 30 days. So it just tells you here that it's based on the months, the Hebrew calendar, right? Now, here goes the days and stuff like that of the months, right? And it comes to a total to 354 or 355 days, right? And notice that it has 30, starts with 30, and then it ends with 39, or sometimes 30, because that was done in the. This is the Julian calendar, the first one. I mean, this. No. It's talking about this, the last one, because this is the Gregorian calendar. But anyway, see, it begins the same, right? The first time they made it, according to Sabrosus. Wait a minute. Let me start here. The Julian reforms set the length of the months to their modern values. However, a 13th century solar Sacrobosco proposed a different explanation for the length of Julian months, which is still widely repeated, but is certainly wrong. According to Sacrobosco, the month length for the ordinary year in the Roman Republic calendar from January to December were 30, 29, 30, 29, 30, 29, 30, 29, 30, 29, 30, 29. Now that's the same as the Hebrew calendar, right? But then it didn't add up because Sacro Bosco then thought that Julian Caesar added one day, that Julius Caesar added one day to every month except February, and a total of 11 days to the regular month, giving the ordinary Julian calendar 365 days. So they added like 11 days, right? And a single leap day could now be added to this extra short February. And then it was this. And then after that, they made this one. And this is the one that we are using right now, I think. Yes, this is the one we're using right now. Yeah, this one is basically like fake. Anyway. Let me read this. There is an abundant evidence. It's talking about this guy. You can read it for yourself, by the way. Sorry. There is an abundant evidence disproving this theory. First, a wall painting of a Roman calendar predated the Julian reform has survived, which confirms the literary account that the months were already irregular before Julius Caesar reformed them, with an ordinary year of 355 days, not 354, with month lengths arranging as, well, this. But anyway, going back to the Hebrew calendar. Now, okay, these are the days, right, of a normal Hebrew year, right? But it says here something. It says this. Yeah, I just read it. There are additional rules to prevent certain holidays from falling on certain days of the week. See Rosh Hashanah. It says Rosh, but I think it's Rosh. Postponed below. These rules are implemented by adding an extra day to Mar Shafan, making it 30 days long, or by removing one day in Kislev, making it 20 days long. According to a common Hebrew calendar, wait a minute. Accordingly, a common Hebrew calendar can have a length of 353, 354, or 355 days. With a Hebrew calendar year, sorry man, I'm reading real crappy. While a leap Hebrew calendar year can have a length of 383, 384, and 385 days. But as we just read down there, that's adding of 30 extra days, right? That's the 13th month that they're talking about. Because here it says in the leap year, such as 500 and 5,007, what? 5,771. An additional month, Adar 1, 30 days, is added after Shavat, while the regular Adar is referred to as Adar 2. The insertion of a leap month mentioned above is based on the requirement that Passover, the festival celebrating Exodus from Egypt, which took place in the spring. Now, mind you, they're doing it for the fake Jews, the Passover. So I actually think that this isn't real because they do it on their days, and the Passover changes because it has 353 days instead of 365. It is 355, or sometimes, a day less or a day more, depending on how the moon rotates. Now, this was in 2000, oh no, this is 2014. This is in 2012, and the Passover fell on March, right? 2013, the Passover fell on February 23. First, it fell on March 5th. It fell on March 5th till March 5th, 12th, I mean, sorry. And then 2013, it fell on February 23 until March 2. Then and in 2014, it fell on February 12th until February 19. Yeah, 19. It says right here. Now, where was I? Yeah, the festival celebrating the Exodus from Egypt, which took place in the spring, allows always occurs in the northern hemisphere spring season. Since the adoption of a fixed calendar, intercalation in the Hebrew calendar have been assigned intercalation, yeah, intercalation. Intercalation has been in the Hebrew calendar has been assigned to fixed points in a 19-year cycle. Prior to this, the intercalation was determined empirically. The year may intercalate on three grounds. A vid example, the ripeness of barley, fruit of feast, and the equinox. On two of these grounds, it should be intercalated, but not on one of them alone. Now, just as I read in the Bible, it said the solar year. Where is it? Yeah, leap months. The solar year is about 11 days longer than 12 lunar months. The Bible does not directly mention the addition of embolismic or intercalary months. However, without the insertion of embolismic months, Jewish festivals would gradually shift outside of the seasons required by the Torah. Well, that's not well, as you can see here, the calendar of the elders at GMS, it shifts. You know, yeah. So as you can see, the feast days they actually change. You know, you can check it out. This is 2014, by the way. It's 2012. They changed from days, and from the on the Gregorian calendar they change, yes, but do they change in real actually in real time in the Hebrew calendar? No. They basically come on the same days, but as you can see, they added 11 days, right? And in a leap year, they add a whole month. Well, I don't know too much about that, so I'm not going to speak on that. As I said, if one of the elders sees this video, then he can comment on it and correct me or whatnot. Because it says here, it has 12 months, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And here you have 11L, 12L. And here you have 12 with the adding of another month. Only in leap years. Then you have this one. But anyway, where it says the importance of lunar months. Now I'm gonna show you that it's very important according to the Hebrew calendar, because it says the Hebrew calendar is a lunisolar calendar, meaning that months are based on lunar months. So it is based on the new moon because it's based on the lunar months, which means it is based on this time cycle basically. New moon means the new month. Okay, they clearly just say that. Now, well, going here. Importance of lunar months. From very early times, the Mesopotamian lunisolar calendar was in wide use by the countries of the Western Asia region. The structure, which was also used by the Israelites, was based on lunar months. So there goes that whole Friday, Saturday, sundown crap. Anyway, I mean that goes that whole moon worship crap. What he's talking about with the intercalation of an additional month to bring the cycle closer to the solar cycle. That's what they did. They put an extra month with it. Now, Numbers chapter 10, verse 10 stresses the importance in Israelite religion observance of the new month. Now check this out. Romans 10 and 10. Romans chapter 10, verse 10. Also in the days of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months, ye shall blow in the beginning of your months, ye shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before the Most High. I am the Lord thy power. So, well, it says here, so Hebrew, I think it was Ra. Well, I could check it actually. Rasha, Kadasha, if I'm speaking it correctly. I could double check it here. This is it. Shayam. Shayada. Shayadash. Rash Shayadash. If I'm correct. Chayadash, not Shah. I mean Cha. Yeah, I could go check it. If I actually give it time. I'm trying to do this quick. It basically just Rasha, Rush, Rush, Rasha, Rasha. Yeah, Rasha. Just Ra. This is Rasha from here, and this is I just said it. Ha, ya, da, sha. Chaya da sha. So rush. I just said it. Anyway, it means beginning of the month. Okay, this here means beginning of the month. In your new months, you shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings, similar to Numbers chapter 28, verse 11. The beginning of the month, meant the appearance of new moon. You know, means the appearance of new moon. Numbers 28 and 11. And the beginnings of your month ye shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without spot. Verse 14. And their drinks offerings shall be half an hin of wine unto a bullock, and the third part of an hin unto a ram, and a fourth part of an hin unto a lamb. This is the burnt offering of every month throughout the months of the year. And it says the new month, the first day of the month comes in where? Okay. The beginning of the month meant the appearance of a new month. So that's the new month, which would be the Sabbath. Anyway, according to the Mishin and Mishnah and Tosefta in the Maccabean, Herodian, and Mishnaic periods, new months were determined by the sighting of a new crescent. You see? Even Esau says it. The importance of lunar months. New months were determined by the sighting of a new crescent, which is this. Where is it? Which is where if you see this here, so and this is a new month, and then it goes black, and then the next day it will be black, full black. If the day before you see this white spot here, and then the next day after that is the new month, which means it's the black moon, and then it gradually goes from this side, and it goes this, and it goes here again. Actually, this is supposed to be here, and this is supposed to be here. But anyway, we can still use it. We just turn it around in our mind. Now, where was I? Yeah, with 2 eyewitnesses required to testify to the Shanadran, to having seen the new lunar crescent at sunset. Now check this out. With 2 witnesses, this is the same thing that the elder Gabal was talking about. You have watchmen, and in 2 or 3, which goes back to the law, as the elder Gabal said. You need to have two or 3 witnesses, 2 or more, 2 or 3, to testify, having seen the lunar crescent at sunset. The practice in the time of Gamaliel II, circa 1000 CA, was for witnesses to select the appearance of the moon from a collection of drawings that depicted the crescent in a variety of ornamentations. only a few of which could be valid in any given month. These observations were compared against calculations. At first, the beginning, wait a minute. At first, the beginning of each Jewish month was signaled to the communities of Israel, and beyond by fires lit on mountaintops. But after the Samaritans began to light false fires, messengers were sent. They're trying to mess us up, you know. The inability of the messenger to reach communities outside Israel before mid-month holy days, high holy days, Sukkot and Passover, led outlying communities to celebrate scriptural festivals for 2 days rather than one, observing the second feast day of the messenger. Wait a minute. Observing the second feast day of the Jewish, the Spora, because of uncertainty, or rather the previous month ended 20 days, 29 days, or 30 days. But the point is actually being made. I could actually basically stop it right now, but I'm gonna go on a little bit. I don't want to keep it. I don't want to do it too long just to confuse myself even more. No, I'm not confusing myself. I mean, make it seem so long while it's actually supposed to be kept very short, and it would edify better if I kept it just short. If I go on longer, I might confuse people, and so I'm not talking about myself. I know what I'm doing. I made a mistake saying that. Anyway, by how much does the solar year exceed the lunar year? By approximately 11 days. That's this. And this calendar has 365 days, or 367, if I'm right, if I'm correct. Wait a minute. This is it right here. Yeah, 365 days in a year, which is this calendar we'll be living in. And sometimes it's 366. I've read that also somewhere else. Can't find it right now, but yeah, no, here it is. No. I'll get to this. Sorry, jumping around. And therefore, whenever this excess accumulates to about 30 days, or a little less, or more or less, 1 month is added, and the particular year is made to consist of 13 months, and this is the so-called embolismic intercalated year. But the Bible doesn't actually go into that, so it's it's a little bit to think about. Like Esau just did that. Esau just added another month, 13 month, to um to fit his fake Amalekite, fake Jewish holidays. Anyway, for the year could not consist of 12 months plus so and so many days, since it is said throughout the months of the years. Number chapter 28, verse 14, which implies that we should count the year by months and not by days. So, well, basically, I never did really the study on this calendar. You know, it's not really that 100%, 1,000% important, because well, that's not my job. The thing is just bring out the word. The elders have that. I'm just a student. Anyway, now going back to this, what does say it, what does shows you that the lunar calendar is based on the Hebrew calendar. Okay. Now I think I'm done with this. Going to the Julian calendar, and I think I'm done with this also. Changes of the month, yeah. Let me just read one sentence. The Julian months were formed by adding 10 days to the regular pre Julian Roman year of 355. Because Esau himself used to go by this. And it says it right here 355. And this is the Hebrew calendar, right? It says it right here. And it had 354 or 55 days. Now, the first Julian calendar changes to the months. The Julian months were formed by adding 10 days to the regular pre Julian Roman year of 355, creating a regular Julian year of 365 days. So he just added a couple of days, basically 10, and in leap years it's 11, because this the sometimes the days are longer, and sometimes it's the days are actually based on, look, this is what it says. um, the mean period of the lunar month, precisely the synodic month, is very close to 29 and a half days. Now if you count that, 29 and a half times 12, you get this, which is this. And sometimes the day might be longer, then it goes to 30. One day will turn into 30, which is most likely to be the last month. Anyway, or the 12th month, not the last month. I mean the 12th. Now, I'm going back to here. Gregorian calendar. Yeah, going to the Gregorian calendar. Now I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. It says right here, the description. The Gregorian calendar is a solar calendar. A regular Gregorian year consists of 365 days, and in a leap year, an intercalary or leap day is added as 29 February, making it a year of 366 days. Normally, a leap year occurs every 4 years, but the Gregorian calendar omits 3 leap days every 400 years, unlike the Julian calendar, which retains those leap days. So he changes it. He be changing he be changing it a lot. Esau is definitely changing the the calendar. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like difference between Gregorian and Julian calendar dates. This is the difference, right? 10 days, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he's actually going off. He's just adding days, from his own calendar. And here are the countries that changed that by the year that they changed it. And this is then the Gregorian calendar changing. And after the Gregorian, they changed it again in the pre-Julian, and now we're living in the Julian. Okay, and we can get that. Oh, I'm gonna get that now. I can get that. Where is it? Caesar did that. Yeah, motivation. This is the Julian calendar, right? Wikipedia, and this is the motivation. Now I can read all this here. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna just start. I won't read everything. I'll just read what's here. That's really actually the real important thing. The ordinary year in the previous Roman calendar consists of 12 months for a total of 355 days. Now that's the Hebrew calendar. In addition, a 27th day intercalary month, the Nemesis intercalaris, was sometimes inserted between February and March. This intercalary month was formed by inserting 22 days after the first 23 or 24 days of February. Anyway, this is what I wanted to say. Caesar's reform was intended to solve this problem permanently because of these days and stuff like that. You know, these miss in their calendars, basically fuck ups. By creating a calendar that remained aligned to the sun. You get that? So the whole Friday, Saturday, sundown, Sabbath is basically sun worship because it says Caesar's reform was intended to solve this problem permanently by creating a calendar that remained aligned to the sun without any human intervention. This proved useful very soon after the new calendar came into effect. Varro used it in 37 BC to fix calendar dates for the start of the four seasons, which would have been impossible only 8 years earlier. That's the pre Julian calendar, 8 years earlier. A century later, no, I didn't. Wait, let me read it. A century later, Pliny dated the winter solstice. Oh, yeah, that's it. To 25 December because the sun entered the 8th degree of Capricorn on that day. His stability had become an ordinary fact of life. This calendar is based upon the sun with no human intervention. And it says the Hebrew calendar is a lunisolar calendar, meaning that months are based on lunar moons. This is a lunar moon. I mean, a lunar calendar, sorry. Jewish month. The duration of a Hebrew Kwadayash Ha Yadash Hayadash Hayadash or this Hadash, yeah, whatever, is measured by the amount of time it takes for the moon to go through a lunar cycle, about 29.5 days. So they show you, you know. But about the lunar leap year, well, the elders haven't really spoken about that to me, so I don't know about that. But I'm just actually going into that. The Hebrew calendar is based upon the moon and the new moon because it says it right here. Where is it, Slacker? Yeah, it says here. Mm, Numbers 10 and 10 importance stresses the importance in the Israelite religion observance of the new moon, a new month. Rash, Hayadash, beginning of the month, and it says the beginning of the month meant the appearance of the new moon. So it's just real easy. Look, I'm not that smart, right? But if I could get it, it's real easy. It's not that hard. I don't know why this guy tripping. Anyway, Saturday I'm gonna run it up with this because I'm doing too long. I should have actually finished by now. You know, I'm just repeating stuff and stuff like that. Anyway, Saturday. Now check this out. Saturday is the day of the week following Friday and preceding Sunday. Saturday is the seventh and therefore last day of the week according to many commonly used calendars. Many commonly used calendars. But it is the second to last sixth day of the week according to the ISO 8601. See below. Here it comes. Now here comes the importance. The Romans named Saturday Dies Saturni, Saturn's Day. That is what the word Saturday means. It's the day of Saturn, dies Saturni, Saturn's day. No later than the second century for the planet Saturn, which controlled the first hour of that day, according to Veticius Valens. Just basically some nonsense. When the day's name was introduced into English and other Germanic languages, which is Dutch and German, and you have a couple of others too. I think Swedish also. Oh, they speak a real fucked up form of Dutch, man. I can't understand them. I can't understand German also. Anyway, however, the name was selected as a calque of the god Saturn, after whom the planet was named. The name was introduced into English no later than the 10th century. So, before the 10th century, the word Saturday didn't even exist. But anyway, I'm gonna go on. In the English, of course. In the English language, of course. I mean, in the 10th century, when the day was referred to as, in the Old English, Sae Ternas Daega. I don't know what it means. It's in Saturday. It means Saturday here. Of course, that's it. Saeternas Daega. Sounds Swedish or something like that. Anyway, in an old English translation of Bede, ecclesiastical history of the English people. Prior to that, the English name was Sonanaifen. 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 And yeah, that's sun and oh Sonanaifen. That means sun and evening. Here is the N and wacht even, no, I made a mistake. Here's the and this is evening. This means evening. This means sun, and this means and. So yeah, it says here sun and. It doesn't say plus. It says and evening. So there you have it. I hope it's not too confusing, but it was clear to me when I read it. So with that, all praises go to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Sham Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the elders and great millstones for the teachings of the scriptures. Shalom to the sincere Akyam across the world. Oh yeah, I forgot to say something. Wait a minute. This is what I forgot because I wrote it here. Now, table of months in the Julian calendar, there was actually 13 months. That's why in the Hebrew calendar he says that he talks about this leap year. I have no idea what that is. I never heard about it. I just read it. And he says he adds something called embolics or something. Where is it? Yeah, the Jewish calendar is based on the Metonic cycle of 19 years, of which 12 are common non-leap years of 12 months, and 7 are leap years of 13 months. Well, I don't know about that. I have to speak to the elders on that one because never heard of it. Anyway, here is what it says about the leap year stuff. The solar year is about 11 days longer than 12 lunar months. The Bible does not directly mention the addition of embolismic or intercalary months. So it doesn't really mention it. Not directly, as Esau himself says. But anyway, now you know, because those days, the Hebrew calendar has 355 or 54 days in a year. The Julian calendar, they added It used to be 355, but then they added, where was it? I just had it. Anyway, they added um 11 days. So yeah. And here is the fun stuff, cuz they had 13 years, months in a year. They had January, Anuarius, Februarius, Mercedonius, Martius, Aprilis, Maius, Inusis, that's June, I think. Yeah, that's June. Quintilis, Sextilis, September, October, November, December. Yeah, so yeah, it used to have 13, but then they abolished this one. And a quick thing just to say. Now, let's say on no, I'm gonna give an example. The Hebrew calendar has 355, right? And the Julian calendar had 306 of this. Okay, this 365, some 66, some years 66. That's that leap year, whatever. Now, who is to say that the Julian calendar, his first day of the week, began on the first day of the week of the Hebrew calendar? Maybe the Julian, I don't know. I'm just giving you an example, which is possible. Maybe the Julian calendar started on day 5 of the Hebrew calendar. So day 1 in the Julian calendar is day 5 in the Hebrew calendar. The easiest way just to check it is to do according to the beginning of the month, which means the appearance of the new moon. That's simple. It's simple. Why would you go and mess with the Julian calendar when the Most High set up the stars, the sun, and the moon for signs and stuff like that, you know? Mainly the moons for like feast days and stuff like that. And for the, I mean, for the first of the month, you know? It says here, Rush Hayadash, Rush Hayadash, Hayadash, yeah, means the beginning of the month. So why is it so hard? Anyway, it's not for you. It's not for people that just do not understand. It's real simple. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.